Welcome to The Big Story. I'm Haryanto Diman. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel so you will not miss an episode. New data out on the COVID-19 vaccines used in Singapore. According to the Health Sciences Authority, more than 16,400 monovalent Moderna Spikevax doses have been administered as primary vaccination to children between 6 months and 4 years old since its rolled out in October 2022. And out of those, 8 adverse events reported. Now, for the monovalent Pfizer-BioNTech Comirnaty vaccine, more than 81,400 doses were given as booster shots to children aged 5 to 11. HSA says serious adverse events after COVID-19 vaccinations in children aged 6 months to 11 years are rare. It adds that based on the assessment of current local and overseas data, no new safety signals have been identified with the use of the vaccines in this age group. Meanwhile, for the bivalent vaccines, since it was rolled out here on October 14th last year, about 482,700 Moderna Spikevax doses were administered with 59 adverse events reported, and about 202,400 Pfizer-BioNTech Comirnaty shots were given since the vaccine was rolled out on December 12th. 11 adverse events were reported. Over in the US, the dollar tumbled against major currencies after the Federal Reserve unveiled a smaller interest rate hike. The US currency having fallen by around 0.65% against the Sing dollar since Tuesday. Wall Street stocks, though, finished mostly higher. Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's remarks of progress in fighting inflation, giving markets a confidence boost that the end of its rate hike campaign may be near.
The FOMC raised our policy interest rate by 25 basis points. We continue to anticipate that ongoing increases will be appropriate in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2% over time. In addition, we are continuing the process of significantly reducing the size of our balance sheet. Restoring price stability will likely require maintaining a restrictive stance for some time.
With the Fed's announcement, the stage is now set for the European Central Bank and the Bank of England to announce their rate decisions later today. The US Central Bank said that inflation had eased somewhat but remains elevated, acknowledging progress in lowering the pace of price increases from the 40-year highs of last year. All 3 major US stock indices responded, pushing into positive territory following the announcement. The euro, meanwhile, hit its highest level in 10 months against the dollar, while it also fell 0.55% against the Japanese yen. Meanwhile, Australia is set to make a major change to its currency. Its central bank will soon drop the image of the British monarch from its $5 notes, the only one still carrying the image of Queen Elizabeth, who died last year. The Reserve Bank of Australia had earlier hinted the image of the new monarch, King Charles III, would not automatically replace his late mother's portrait on the notes. It said that the new design will be a tribute to the culture and history of the country's indigenous culture. It will take a few years for the new notes to be designed and printed. The controversial decision, though, has been criticized by some as undemocratic and politically motivated, while many in the public have hailed the move.
I think that's absolutely brilliant. This is Australia. Let's have some Indigenous culture on our note and let's showcase who we really are. It's not about the Commonwealth anymore.
It's a good ending because the Queen's finished and I don't think Charles is up to it.
I think that's excellent. We're in Australia. We need to be a republic. We've got nothing to do with the monarchy. We've got nothing to do with that family in Scotland or England or wherever it is. We are Australian.
Ending the show with this shocking moment in Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion International Airport. A baby abandoned at a check-in counter after his parents arrived late for their flight without a ticket for the child and chose not to buy an extra one. The couple, who hold Belgian passports, rushed to clear security in an attempt to board their Ryanair flight to Brussels, but were ultimately detained by airport security and Israeli police. It's unclear if the parents couldn't afford another ticket, which would cost about 36 Singapore dollars, or just didn't want to pay for it. Those are our top stories today. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by clicking the red button below. I'm Haryanto Diman. Join us tomorrow on The Big Story.